Greetings out there. Happy Super Sunday to you and welcome to another excellent edition of Dapper's Playhouse. Spooktober. Today I'm going to give you some creepy stuff from the TikTok. Hope you all enjoy it. Big thanks to people who are subscribing. Big thanks to people who are commenting. Big thanks to people who are liking. Big thanks to people who are sharing. Hey, big thanks to you if you're not. I wish you would, but big thanks either way. Help this channel grow and have a good time while you're doing it. I'm going to get right to it.
Okay, I've got a great video here showing how spirits can be in two forms, in their orb form and a rare form in their mist form. So get ready, you're going to see an orb come up and fly up to me here. Get ready, now the mist is going to go by. This is also a spirit. It's very rare. Now another spirit's going to come in his orb form. Great video showing you two forms.
Hey, I got that circle of friends. I don't know about that smoke.
It's so crazy to me that there are people who do not get to experience the leaves changing in the fall because it's just magical. It's magical. I love it.
Yeah, we don't get that down here. We get heat. Heat, and more heat, and then brownness and heat.
From the same team that brought you Terrifier, this brand new slasher film is finally available to stream. 31 days, 31 horror movie recommendations. It's day 15. Let's fucking go.
The language.
This one's called Scream. You see what I did? Okay. Where to watch? Prime Video, Vudu, and Apple TV. Listen, all I need to show you about this movie is this graphic right here. This cast is stacked. You've got Art the Clown himself, David Howard Thornton, Barbara Crampton, Jeffrey Combs, Bill Moseley, Tony Todd, Daniel Roebuck, Daniel Harris, Tim Reed, Charles Powell, Felissa Rhodes. The movie's fucking stacked. In short, this family is trying to spend some time together so they take a vacation. But turns out this hotel is being used as a venue for an online game, where these four players are competing to rack up points for the most creative kill. And you already know if Damien Leone's handling the practical special effects, these kills are chef's kiss. So if you're looking for a new, fun slasher film with some great gore and practical special effects, definitely give Scream a watch. With all these icons, if you're a fan of horror whatsoever, you just have to. And be sure to check in tomorrow for day 16.
I think I will watch that. Let me know if you've seen it. Comment down below.
This is Castle, the original Michael Myers from the 1978 Halloween. Let me show you the old gang here.
Royalty.
These are the masks from the last three Michael Myers movies, directed by David Gordon Green, the one and only. Here's some more Michael Myers stuff. Over here is a needlepoint that a fan made. They asked me for behind the scenes maybe stories that I haven't mentioned before. I'm working with all the gang back then and had the great fun of rekindling those friendships here in the new ones. Got to see Jamie again after a long time. Haven't seen her in a while. Say happy birthday, guys. Oh, that's right, they don't speak today. Bye.
That's pretty awesome.
You broke, bitch!
Yeah.
Oh.
You just choked her out with some fluff. I'm too old for this sheet. Oh. Oh, hilarious. Creepy.
If you want to sleep tonight, you should probably skip this. I'm going to tell you a story about how I really crossed the line with the Ouija board. I think I've been haunted ever since. When I was a teenager, we broke into an abandoned insane asylum in the middle of the night to play with the Ouija board. We had to crawl through an old rusty fence just to get in. The place was massive, had abandoned buildings and grounds everywhere. It felt like we were walking into
You ain't
some
haunted.
forgotten
You just got
world.
tetanus.
It was called Burke Run, and it was not a good place. It was a state-run mental hospital that had lots of reports of neglect, abuse, and experimental treatments. It was abruptly shut down in the 90s, and many patients were left there for days to fend for themselves. Once we were in, we knew exactly where we needed to go. Building D. I remember the door wasn't locked, but it was heavy, like it didn't want you to come inside. As we made our way through the building, all you could hear is crunch, 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 broken glass everywhere. There was graffiti all over the walls, but we could only see that when our flashlight shined on them because it was pitch black. The place was very quiet, but not a good kind of quiet. The kind of quiet where you know someone else is there and you're being watched. Since there was so much broken glass, we needed to find a table or something that we could play the Ouija board on. Then we saw it in huge letters, "This Way to Hell," spray painted on the wall. It was like an invitation, just calling us to go further into the heart of the building. It wasn't subtle. It was like the building was daring us to go in further. Without any hesitation, we went down the stairs. The
Of course
basement
you did.
was something else entirely. Not only was it pitch black, but there were no obvious exits, and it wasn't easy to find the staircase that we went down. When we got down there, the first thing that we saw was a massive, empty swimming pool and lots of chairs with leather restraints on the arms. They must have been using them to hold people down. It felt like we were trapped.
You think?
We were on a mission, though, to play this Ouija board, so we needed to find a flat surface. We split up and been looking for one. Remember walking into one and immediately noticing one of those square doors that hold bodies like in a morgue on a refrigerator. Before I could think about it too much, the next thing I heard was bam, bam, bam. My heart stopped and I dropped my flashlight. But then I hear one of my friends laughing, put himself inside of the body refrigerator and close the door just to scare the shit out of us. And it worked. So while this was terrifying, he did in fact find a clean, flat surface that we could play. We did that.
What's with
We
the shade and
actually
grin?
played a Ouija board on a body table
Oh, wow.
in
Can
a
I have your
morgue
autograph?
at an abandoned insane asylum.
Don't
We
bitch.
pulled the board out, laid it flat, and put our fingers on the planchette. We could immediately feel something in the air. It started pushing. I thought someone was just messing with us, but nobody was laughing. Nobody was speaking. First few letters didn't really make sense, but the next ones did. The planchette slid across the board and spelled out D-E-A.
U-M-B
I stopped and took a quick breath. It started moving again.
W-H-I-T-E
The room got
B-I-T-C-H.
H-E-R-E. Dead left here. That was enough. None of us wanted to admit it, but I think we all knew it was real. I remember hearing a really quiet whisper. We couldn't make it out at first,
Yeah.
but somebody telling us not to be there. Packed up our stuff and ran out of the room. I remember taking one last look, knowing I'd never be back, and I swear I saw something standing in the doorway. You would think something from that night latched onto my friend Christina, since she ended up dying a couple of years
Christina.
later. I really think something happened to me. Strange things have been happening, especially when I sleep. That's a story for tomorrow.
Oh, don't tease me, coach. Unbelievable.
If you're laying in bed and you actually want to sleep tonight, then you should skip this. The rest of us who like scaring the shit out of ourselves, welcome. When I was a kid, my best friend asked a Ouija board how old she was going to be when she died. Okay, spoiler, it told her 22. Probably wondering, did she die at 22? Of
course she
I'm gonna tell you a
didn't.
story that only 3 people know. Well, 2, because one of them is dead. This story starts about 20 years ago when Christina and I were about 12. We were inseparable and we used to hang out with her older sister all the time. We were at their house a lot. It looked like a normal suburban house on the outside, but I swear you walked in and it was like a portal to the underworld. The house scared the absolute shit out of me. I would hear screams coming from the attic and I would look down this long, dark, creepy hallway, see dark figures like motioning up when I'm trying to sleep at night. To make matters worse, we would sit in her room with the lights dim, pull out the Ouija board, and play all the time. But here's the thing, it only ever worked for Christina. It was like she had some weird connection to it. Naturally, her sister and I always thought this was fake, and she was just doing it for attention, because it would move so fast all over the place, telling us everything. Never worked when we did it alone, so we were a little bit suspicious. Whatever ghost was on the other side of this had diarrhea of the mouth. This was not like you see on the horror movies where it's like, oh, this is slowly moving yes or no. Like, no, this was like a T9 texting expert ghost that word vomited constantly. So one day we had just finished watching Big Fish, and in that movie there is this creepy old witch, and you can ask her how old you're going to be when you die. Christina loved this idea. Next thing you know, she's pulling out the Ouija board and immediately asking, how old am I going to be when I die? Planchette slowly starts to move towards the numbers, and it hovers over the 2. And then it takes a little bit of a movement back and comes right back to the 2. Christina didn't even skip a beat. She grabs her red notebook that she wrote down all of the answers the Ouija board said in it. Wrote down, age I'm gonna die, 22. Completely calm. Little did we know, something was set in motion,
Yep.
and some weird shit started happening.
She
for the
manifested
next 10
that shit.
years. About a year after the Ouija board incident, Christina's middle school boyfriend tragically died. He was babysitting his 3-year-old little sister, hanging a rope swing for her in the backyard. Parents got home, found the little girl screaming in the backyard, looking at her brother hanging by the tree. He accidentally got tangled in the rope and hung himself. He had been dead for about 3 hours. While Christina was upset about this, she wasn't hysterical, more so distant, and she said to me, I think I'm gonna see him again soon. I just don't see myself growing old. I can't be that upset about it because something like that might happen to me. For the sake of being able to sleep at night, I wrote off a lot of these things. Christina and I grew apart over the years. A couple of other creepy things happened here and there, but for the most part, I think she had a pretty normal life. She got a job, got a fiance, seemed pretty happy from what I could tell. But now we're about 21 and Christina's wedding is coming up. I didn't go to the wedding, but I saw this footage later. Christina's standing at the altar, all smiles, having just been married, trying to take photos of her family. Softly in the background, you hear a little girl singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Christina yells super loudly, Kenna, it's time to take photos! And the camera just slowly pans left. And then you get a great view of this beautiful little flower girl sitting in a pew, holding a Bible upside down, singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider. She shuts the Bible, takes a couple of steps towards the aisle, and slowly walks forward. I shit you not, this 3-year-old looks up at this bride and says, Christina, are you gonna die soon? Freaked out when she heard this, which would be a normal response, but I heard her talk about death so many times as a teenager and just how it didn't faze her that it was a little bit odd to hear her talking about it like this. I really think it's because she was 5 months pregnant. Things had changed for her. About a year after the wedding, Christina was at a cabin with her family in the mountains, having some celebration. Everyone was there, including her newborn son. It seemed like one of those days where nothing could go wrong. Her family always had a 4-wheeler that we would take around the mountains to have a really good time on. At some point in the afternoon, her and a friend decided to take it out for a ride. But that day, something was different. As they rode through the trails, everything seemed all right until Christina screamed. The brakes aren't working.
Okay, so jump
They
off.
flew off of a cliff. Both of them were rushed to the hospital. Christina didn't make it. She died on the way there. 22.
Oh my gosh.
The ghosts aren't real.
Yeah,
Explain
guys.
this.
Ghosts aren't real. Explain this. Clearly sitting there enjoying a game.
So it's gonna be forever. It's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over. If the high was worth the pain. Got along with some ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. 'Cause you know I love the players. And you love the game. Boys, only one love and it's torture.
Better than Taylor Swift.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Boys, only one love and it's torture. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Check out that scenery. Fantastic.
Florida natives say that this place is the scariest place in all of Florida. This is the Indian Historical Mound. And you guys, I'm going to show you why I believe they are right, but this is the scariest place in all of Florida. Here we go, guys. I'm going to go up these ancient stairs. I think, wow, this is so freaky out here. Wow, I just felt like this is getting scary. I'm gonna do it though. So these stairs probably 1,000 years old or so. I don't know, but I'm not like an archaeologist. But okay,
Clearly.
right over here, you can tell there are families. I googled it too. There are families that are buried underneath here, and you can just feel your feet sinking in here.
Yeah, so let's just
It
step on
hasn't
it.
rained in like 3-4 months here. This is in Sanford, Florida. You just feel that. And there's all kinds. This mountain is ginormous. There's probably like 40, 50 steps right there coming up here. But guys, that's not even why. Here's another spot. That's not even why this is the scariest place in all of Florida. I'm going to show you why. It's right over here. That's all.
What an idiot. He falls right down the damn hill. Never to be seen again.
Don't touch a player's hat.
Yeah, that's right.
That's one thing you don't do. You don't touch a player's hat.
You don't never
When it's
touch
on
a
his
player's
head.
hat. Never.
Now.
I'm with that guy.
Things that annoy me as a hot actor are one. This literally happened last night, not even joking. This old woman, and I'm assuming their granddaughter, came through and kept begging us to not scare any of them. You paid $20 a person to come through to be scared.
For real, what the hell's the
I
point?
know we're gonna haunted trail. Did you just come through for the experience to walk through the woods at night? Like, I don't understand why you would come through to not be scared. Another thing would be teenagers, mainly teenagers, screaming at us haunt actors. Why are you screaming at us when we're scared? You don't work here. You are here to come through and experience the screaming and the scares. Why the fuck do you think you need to scream at us? Also, another big thing with teenagers. Don't try to dab me up. Don't ask me if I'm really that tall. Don't ask me if I'm on stilts. I get it. I'm already 6'4" as it is, and putting my costume on, I'm like 7 foot something. I'm not on stilts. You can literally see 2 eye holes in the neck. I don't know how they miss it, but none of them realize that there's 2 eye holes in the neck of my costume because my head is like way up here and my shoulders are way up here when I put on the costume. And they are asking me, are you on stilts? Are you really that tall? Is there 2 people under that costume? Bitch, what? This one is more for the haunt actors. Not showing teamwork, but, so mind you, I work at a clown tent throughout the woods. I hate when the person at the front of the tent doesn't tell us there's people coming, and I have to throw my giant extra long hands on that I'm holding a wooden stick for last second. I need to know if there's people coming so I can put my phone down and get in place. Like, I don't understand why you don't think, let me tell them there's people coming, because there's people coming. Next one is over dramatic ass people. I get it. You get scared. I scare you. Why the fuck are you running backwards throughout the maze of the tent in the clown house? Like, there's nowhere else to go. You're going backwards. You're supposed to go through it to get out. Like, did you want to say? Like, did you want to fucking say? Because, bitch, I'm just gonna stand there. Like, I'm not gonna keep you in a tent. Like, you can walk right the hell around me. We're not allowed to touch you. You're not allowed to touch us. What am I gonna do? Keep you in a corner? No. Walk the fuck around me and get the hell out of the tent. This is for the old bitches. Why do you come through and you act so nonchalant and you're just walking through with your hands in your pockets, just staring at everything? Oh, is that a prop? Oh, is that real? Oh, those are props. Bitch, just walk up to me and find out. And then when I scare you, you act normal. Like, what was the point of coming? Did you just want to see what was at the haunt? Did you not come to be scared? Like, okay, keep your fucking hands in your pocket, tough guy. Like, keep fucking walking. And here's another over dramatic
Well,
thing
really
that
feel?
mainly teenagers do. So I stand against the wall, and I stand next to another giant animatronic. And again, I'm a giant ass clown, so they both look like props. When I scare somebody, I kid you not, this happened last night, and I had to ask the girl if she was okay because she jumped so far back when I jumped out at her and scared her that she fell and busted her ass and dropped her glasses. Bitch, I know damn well that did not scare you that bad to where you had to fucking jump and fall backwards. And then the next one is something that doesn't even fucking work, but people do it anyways. Not even joking. people will come through, close their eyes, not look at anything, and just pray. Bitch, Jesus ain't gonna save your
Yeah, what the
ass.
hell is that gonna do?
Like, what the fuck Jesus gonna do? Freeze us to make you not scared? Bitch, who are you praying to? And nothing's gonna help you. Like, genuinely, why would you pay for a ticket knowing you're gonna be scared and then just walk through the whole fucking haunt praying?
People are
what?
stupid.
And this one just irritates the hell out of me. So in the tent, it's like a zigzag kind of hallway like situation. You walk in, you go up, you turn a corner down, you turn another corner down, and then you're out. This is put together with like a bunch of plywood and like bolts and screws and shit. It's a little homemade, family-made haunt event thing that I work for. Us haunt actors, we are allowed to bang on the walls and scare you. You don't bang on the walls. So when we bang on the walls, why the fuck do you feel the need that you need to fucking bang back? Like, are you trying to scare me?
Default to my
Bitch, I'm in
former
a room for 3
comment.
hours with flashing strobe lights.
People are stupid.
And other clowns. Is that supposed to do something to me? This happened last night as well. A kid came through with a bunch of other kids, like 3 or 4 other kids, and 1 adult. Why the fuck didn't you have your flashlight on? There's
Guess he's
strobe lights
scared
no
of the
reason
bitch.
to even see and get the hell out of the fucking tent. And then after all his friends ran out and got out past me, he decides to push all of them as hard as he could as they're leaving and getting out the exit, and he makes the choice to bring his phone flashlight out and shine it at me, and then drop his phone, and then I walk up to his phone acting like, yeah, I'm gonna do something. Bitch, no, I'm just gonna stand there and wait till you get your phone and leave. And he runs back up to his phone to grab it, and the flashlight's like facing up at me, and he like kind of like is hesitant, and he goes to grab it, and he looks at me, and he goes, back the fuck up, bitch. Who the fuck?
Yeah.
He wasn't talking to me, bitch.
You got
He just
mashing.
took the phone and go on with your little fucking
Right there, you
life.
got a mash
Like,
on the head.
Don't ever. And this one, I get it because it's hard to see, and the people that did it had just walked out of the tent. But this old man, he like hits me in the titty, and he was like, "Oh shit, man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that." And I had to turn away at the normal voice, and I was like, "No, you're good." He didn't say anything. He acted like I was still like a clown, like talking to my normal voice. I was still a clown. Like, bitch, what are you trying to say? And this one, it doesn't. I'm not annoyed by it,
He hit my titty.
but it pisses me off when the other scare actors think it's funny to scare the other scare actors. Me, literally last night this happened, and one of the clowns, he's fucking creepy. It's one of those masks, but they have the eye holes like in the perfect face. They have the long chin, the giant green hair. He's creepy as shit. And they were walking backwards through the trail to where I was at. I'm at the end of the clown tent. They were walking through it to come to the end of the clown tent to go through it backwards to, I don't know, talk to the clowns, I guess. I don't know. But he walked past me, and I stopped. I was out of the tent. I turned over and looked at him. I was like, oh, fuck, no. I said, yeah, go ahead, because hell no. And I looked away from him, and he like started walking up to me real fast. I said, oh, fuck, no, please. No. Just that one clown, no. That bitch is scary, no. The one thing I do love is like,
It's a haunted house.
show
It's
up
a
at
haunt.
8, like,
We're supposed to be
it starts
scary.
at 8, and like,
Now I gotta make a video of what pisses me off when haunt actors get scared by other haunt
like,
actors.
yeah, we're live, but I do love when I'm like walking back to the haunt trail to get my costume on and everything, and I see like a whole line of people, and I'm just walking past them like, yeah, bitch, I'm a character. Yeah, you're about to see me back there. Like I literally walk back there because I know I'm a main character. But anyways, like the part 2, if y'all want part 2.
What y'all think? Part 2?
Reason I Can't Sleep, number 2251. The recommended age to use a Ouija board is 8 years old. So you have to be 21 to drink alcohol, but only 8 to summon demons.
Sure, man. You can summon demons at any age. Why not? That's your thing.
Of course, I don't get so scared. I feel so bad when it starts scaring and there's full on like shit crying. Like someone sit down for everybody! I need to like really slam this book down hard to make like a loud noise. It's a little dusty. I'm scared it's gonna fall apart when I hit it on the table. I feel very powerful in this scene though. I think there's people coming, just a guess though. Where are you going? Poor Bob. Bill is so not having it with me. She was so scary. I feel so pretty. This dress, the lighting, pretty. Thank you. That was scary. Okay, that was good. That was a good one. I'm gonna steal your soul for it though. I hope you don't mind. See, they just agreed to letting me take their soul. I like them. They were fun. They were very fun. This book is going through it.
That was pretty cool. You got to see a little bit of both sides. Some people just walking through with their hands in their pockets, and other people straight shitting their pants. I guess Halloween's only for some. Some are just too cool for school. What a shame. But hey, we've come to the end of another Dapper's Playhouse session, Spooktober edition. Day 27, we're winding it down. It's kind of crappy, but it's always November. And then on to Christmassy holiday edition. But hey, thanks for watching. If you like it, please like it. Please share it out if you can. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it. Do me a favor. If you can't be good, be bad. And remember, you're never too old to play. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.